Careful, don't knock the thing down.
It's been a couple weeks since I set up shop in the forest and began the process of building a cabin by myself. At this point, I've had some time to settle in and establish a routine. Eat some breakfast, read, make the morning commute. Life out here is simple, yet elegant, but sometimes it's hard. It gets dark, it gets cold, it snows, and my clothes freeze.
That looks nice and warm.
But I feel fulfilled. The work is rewarding. My music is inspiring, my literature enlightening. The air is fresh. I wake up with the sun.
Morning.
This is a story of moving to the forest, living in a tent, and building a cabin. This is episode 3.
They can't stop me. They can only contain me. Combat roll. Yep, solid. Well, we chose to start with the hardest wall, because then I figure it's all downhill from there. Let's see how heavy it is. Oh, mama. Holy smokes! No freaking way, Jose. I gotta come up with some kind of plan to get this up there. I'm kind of struggling. Ooh, Nelly. Alright, well, new day. We got a new plan. I wasted so much time yesterday trying to move this wall. Couldn't get it up, too heavy, so I'm blocked. Here's a new plan. I got some friends coming down tomorrow to help me lift some other stuff. I'm gonna get them to help me put this wall up. In the meantime, I've laid out all my lumber for all my walls. I moved my staging area back. So we're gonna pull this wall all the way off. So just the bottom is resting on the edge. And I can use it to measure. And then I'm gonna build all the other walls. We're gonna get everything framed up. And we keep moving. We're in business, baby. Let's go. We are back in business now. You see that? Little wall, can't lift it. Little adversity, no problem. There's gonna be bumps in the road. You gotta keep moving though. And look at this, let me show you something. You keep your spirits high, look at the nice things that happen. I didn't even touch this 2x4, and it is the exact size I need. Couldn't ask for a better measurement. Okay, it's bright. First wall's up. This thing looks so cool. I drastically underestimated how tall 13 feet ceilings are. Oh man, this thing's gonna be sick. Yes, sir. Okay. Heard Where did I put my hammer? Where's the hammer? Oh crap, it's way over there.
Well, eventually I did find my hammer and continued putting up the walls. Framing is one of my favorite parts about building. It's fun work. You can do it pretty quick, and you get to lift heavy things and smell freshly cut 2x4s. But it also feels like a special, almost magical time. It's when the structure really starts to take shape. You start to see the lines of the building beginning to form against the backdrop of the scenery. It feels like the house takes its first breaths of life and sets its intentions for how it will live, what its purposes and utility will be. You can start to imagine what might happen inside. Think about where people might sit and talk. You can start to see how they'll use the space and how in turn the space will use them, will mold them to think and feel certain things. I believe that our structures are important. Life tends to happen mostly inside of them, and they influence how we live our lives. It's one of the few forms of art that we interact with every day. And not just as an impartial observer from without, but as an active participant that operates inside the canvas. Said Sir Winston Churchill, "We shape our buildings, thereafter they shape us." So I went down to the local watering hole where you can fill up your jug. I had my one 7-gallon water jug that I fill up, and there was this older couple there. They're like decently old, 70s, possibly even early 80s. And they had probably 12 water jugs. And they were all unloading them and just filling them up at the spigot full of water. So I started talking to them, "Man, you guys look like you know what you're doing." He's like, "Yeah, they bought property here in the late 60s. Like, dang, you guys are OGs around here." And he was like, "Oh, I know what that means. Old geezer." I just laughed so hard at that. These people were so funny and so awesome. We don't have power, we don't have water, and we don't want it. We're just this rad old couple that living a cool life. We started talking about building the cabin, and I couldn't get this wall up, stuck and trying to figure it out. And all of a sudden, these couple young strapling boys walk around the corner. He's like, "Hey, I've got my grandsons here. They can give you a hand, lift the wall." No way. And he's like, "Yeah, we'll come over right now." They just followed me home and helped me lift this wall. The raddest thing ever. Even the grandpa helped out. Handed his cane to his wife and got under the wall. I'm so impressed and so grateful, because I was like, man, I can't do this myself. Oh man, I'm so freaking excited right now. It's coming alive. Wow, we got this thing up. Oh, it's looking good, but also it means I'm unblocked, so we can get going again. There's a lot to do. It's getting late. I gotta get going. Put all my double top plates on, get everything trued and level. We gotta put roof joists on, sheathing. Oh man, I got friends coming down Thursday, Friday. That window's going in. If we get all our sheathing on, that window's going in 2 days. It is cold right now. It's about to be hot. When I need to get up here, I just max out my scaffolding and then I put this stool on top of it. OSHA? Never heard of her. Please, step into my office. Let me update you on the situation here. My friends are coming down tomorrow, leaving Friday. That means I've got 2 days for them to help me out. And also I can't just work them the whole time. We're gonna go have some fun. I've got a big old window. It's heavy, way too heavy. I know I can't move it at all by myself. It's gonna take 3 of us for sure. A little stick in my rice. So I really want to use their help tomorrow to get that window installed. But if we want to do that, there's a lot that needs to get done. I got to get roof rafters on, blocking in, sheath the thing, maybe house wrap, which means there's a little bit to do. It might be a long night for the kid. So we're going to make a little rice and chicken here, see if we can get real strong. It's a lot to do, but here's the good news. I've got Flubber downloaded on my phone. Now, if I can't get this done, it's going to be kind of sad. I mean, no one else has come down here for a long time, so it might be
several weeks before we can get a window in, was going to slow the whole operation down. Oh, hope it's right. Oh yeah, beautiful little cod over there. Oh, it was flubber.
I stayed up late that night and woke up early the next day trying to install hurricane clips and do other things that needed to be done to get ready for my friends.
It's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful day.
I got a lot done, but I was still behind.
To work on your cabin. Dun, 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 dun.
But time was up now. My friends would be here shortly, and soon we would see if we could get everything done that we needed to in order to install the window.
Ah, crap. Watch your rock there, Zach. Whoa!
Bailout is you just catch the glass.
Bailout is
Insane.
You are the bailout. You have to catch the window if it falls. You're the guy. 1, 2, 3.
Jeff, faces.
Oh gosh!
You ready? Ready?
You stay there. Those guys there. I'm gonna push towards you. Okay. Good. Don't move.
I hate this so much.
That's not fun.
Okay, then freaking come and screw it in.
So here's my thought for the day. For a guy that lives in a tent in the woods and is trying to build a cabin by himself, I sure do need a lot of help. There are a few steps I just couldn't get done on my own. It made me think about something. There's a book called Tools of Titans. And at the very beginning, there's an introduction that's written by Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's called, I Am Not a Self-Made Man. I'm just gonna read a few pieces. It says, every time I give a speech at a business conference or speak to college students or do a Reddit AMA, someone says it. Arnold, as a self-made man, what's your blueprint for success? They're always shocked when I thank them for the compliment but say, I am not a self-made man. I got a lot of help. It's true that I grew up in Austria without plumbing. It's true that I moved to America alone with just a gym bag. And it's true that I worked as a bricklayer, invested in real estate to become a millionaire before I ever swung the sword in Conan the Barbarian. But it is not true that I am a self-made man. Like everyone, to get to where I am, I stood on the shoulders of giants. So how can I ever claim to be self-made? To accept that mantle discounts every person and every piece of advice that got me here. And it gives the wrong impression that you can do it alone. I couldn't, and odds are you can't either. This week I needed some help. I needed someone to help me lift a window into place, and I needed some kind folks to help me lift a wall up that I couldn't do on my own. Honestly, just feeling really grateful, you know, for an old grandpa and grandma, for good friends that'll drive 4.5 hours and come sleep out in the woods in the dirt with me, lift a 500-pound window. They're good people. They're doing good things. I hope that I can be that kind of person. And maybe a gentle invitation to us all to try and be that person and find a way to help someone else out this week. That's it from me. We'll see you next time.